Hello and welcome to the Phillips Fam Baby Journey. I am Requill and today I'm going to be giving you 10 tips to make flying with your baby a breeze. But before I get into all that, I need you to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Hey, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hey, hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. My family recently traveled to 4 states in 4 days. We flew out of Dallas, Texas into Chicago, Illinois, drove to Indiana, drove to Ohio, and then flew out of Detroit, Michigan. So these tips are coming from real life experiences and you can watch that trip on YouTube. The very first tip is to fly to and from the smaller airports. We flew out of Love Field instead of DFW and into Midway instead of O'Hare. By doing that, we had shorter security lines. We got TSA pre-check, so we was gonna have a short line anyway. But for y'all who don't got TSA pre-check, you'll have a shorter security line and you'll also be exposing your baby to less people because there'll be less people in the airport. Tip number 2, fly nonstop. By flying nonstop, you have shortened your flight trip, which also shortens the amount of time that your baby has to have a meltdown, as well as boarding and unboarding the plane because it's a pain in the butt. Third tip, book with Southwest. Why? This is not a plug for them, but you get to check 2 bags for free. When you're traveling with the baby, you will travel with a ton of bags. We had 7 bags that we took on our trip. The husband got to check 2 bags. I got to check 2 bags. He had a carry-on, I had a carry-on, and the baby had her diaper bag. I'm like, how many bags is that?
A lot. How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot.
A lot. But with Southwest, there was no additional charge for those checked bags. Tip number 4 is to use curbside check-in and have one person go park the car. By doing this, you don't have to drag all those bags across a parking lot or put them on a shuttle bus or worry about how you're going to secure your baby on the shuttle bus while they're in their car seat because there's no seat belts for that. Tip 5, when boarding the plane, ask one of the flight attendants if the changing table for babies is in the front bathroom or the back bathroom on the plane. On the Southwest plane we were on, it was in the front. So that way when you get up to go change your baby's diaper, you don't go to the wrong restroom. Tip number 6, sit towards the back of the plane in the baby ghetto. This will keep other passengers from being mad at you if your baby screams their head off. Most frequent flyers are going to be sitting in the front of the plane because they're going to have priority boarding. Also, by sitting in the back of the plane, when you get on the plane early and go towards the back, you don't have to rush to put your stuff in the overhead bins because there's nobody right behind you trying to get organized. They're all in the front of the plane getting their lives together. So you can take your time getting your bags put up, getting the babies situated on your lap, and all that good jazz. Tip 7, be like Erykah Badu and pick a window seat, okay?
So can I get a window seat? I want nobody next to me.
By doing this, you'll have more privacy if you are breastfeeding your baby, and you would limit the exposure to your baby if you had an aisle seat with people walking by all trip long. And besides, who wants to sit in the middle seat? Tip 8, take a medium-sized blanket so that you can lay that across your lap. If the baby has an accident, it'll get on the blanket and not your outfit. I didn't mention this on my trip, but my baby did have a little accident where poop went up her back. She had a little poop explosion. But luckily I had that blanket, so we got on the blanket and not on me. Also, you can use that blanket to breastfeed to cover yourself. Tip number 9, try to feed your baby at takeoff and landing. This will hopefully keep them calm if their ears begin to pop and make them happy little babies. Tip 10, if you are a nursing mom, wear a nursing tank and a jacket that easily can be unzipped so that if your baby's hungry anytime during that flight, you can just unzip and bloop, put that boob in that baby's mouth. I hope you enjoyed these tips, and once again, if you have not already done so, subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you next week. I bring new videos every Sunday. I'm out.